You just can't seem to follow the rules.
She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she went to talking about calling the police and all that. She control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
You just need to just stop blaming them.
Today, we're looking at a tense courtroom moment with Judge Simpson and a defendant who continues to break the rules. He's back in court for tampering with his monitoring device and meeting up with the same woman involved in a past domestic violence case, something he was explicitly ordered not to do. Judge Simpson doesn't hold back, making it clear that this behavior has serious consequences. If you're out on bond or probation, ignoring these conditions is a fast track back to jail, and this defendant is full of excuses. The defendant's lawyer is doing what he can, but it's hard to defend someone who ignored direct warnings. It's almost as if the man left court, heard the judge's orders, and decided they...
Carter. Thank you. Mr. Burgess.
And Your Honor, I believe he's been arraigned. Well, obviously he's been arraigned. The PE is scheduled for tomorrow morning. I believe.
On the one case, I have a new case. However,
I was unaware there were new charges, Judge. But I don't know if this court's prepared to arraign my client.
I am.
Okay.
And I don't know. You're going to stand in for the purposes of the arraignment.
I'll be filing an appearance, Your Honor. I was unaware, but the charge, I would have filed one already.
It's a charge of interfering with electronic communication device, the 2-year felony, and then also domestic violence, second offense, the 1-year misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to both those charges, waive any further reading of the warrant. Stand mute to both those charges.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. I'll set a probable cause conference in that case for, I need a DV bond form, please. For November 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. As to bond in that case, you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Obviously, Mr. Carter's here on his own voluntarily this morning or this afternoon. And obviously the court knows his history of appearance in front of this court. Your Honor, he just got a new job. He was, unfortunately, he lost his other job due to this incident, but he just got a new job that he'll probably lose if he's in custody. Judge, it does appear that the complaining witness in both these cases is the same person who has actually reached out to me before, Your Honor's indicated her, I believe, unlikeliness of appearance in the case. I don't think she wants to proceed with the case, but that's my understanding anyway. People might have a different position, Judge, but she's reached out to me independently and indicated that she does not want to proceed with those charges. But be that as may, Your Honor, I don't believe my client's a flight risk, and he's still on a tether, Your Honor. He did post a significant bond in the last case. Understand these are new serious charges, Judge, but I'm asking the court to consider a nominal 10% bond, if not a personal bond in this case.
It didn't apply to him. Now he's standing there, surprised by the outcome, but Judge Simpson is about to give him a reality check, and it's not going to be easy to hear. To make matters worse, the man was under a restraining order and still chose to meet with the same person. He's now trying to justify his actions, but it's hard to imagine any explanation that could convince the court. Judge Simpson has heard it all before, and his reaction makes it clear he's not buying any of it. This moment is a clear reminder of how important it is to respect legal boundaries. Everyone makes mistakes, but repeating the same behavior after a warning isn't a slip-up. It's a choice. Judge Simpson shows zero tolerance for those who treat the system lightly, and frankly, it's a refreshing show of accountability in the courtroom. Violating a restraining order is a criminal offense.
Anything from the people.
Your Honor, I have some advantage because I do have the police report for the newest case. Mr. Burgess does not, but I will indicate to the court a few things. First of all, this court arraigned defendant on not his newest felony that he was just arraigned on, but the one that's set for preliminary examination tomorrow on October 7th. At that time, the defendant was ordered not to have contact with the victim, Jennifer Matlock. The new date of offense for the newest case that we're here for today that the defendant is alleged to have committed is October the 20th. later. And I will tell the court after review of the police report, the person representing themselves to be the defendant did have contact with the police officer and admitted to having contact with the victim. Denied the assaultive behavior, but did admit to having contact with her. Now, because the defendant, because the police officer was speaking with the defendant face to face, I cannot say with absolute certainty that it was the defendant. However, the police officer did a very good job in their report of detailing how he came into contact with that person, that this person kept called him back, represented themselves to be the defendant, and said that he would turn himself in for the bond violation. I don't have a record that actually happened. So Your Honor, in any case, this is somebody that was on the scope of probation, on bond for a felony, and now has picked up another new felony. So I am asking the court to follow probation's recommendation, revoke the probation, and sentence the defendant to serve balance at this time. And in bond in this case, we're asking for $100,000 for the new felony.
Court will order as a condition of the bond that there's to be no possession of any alcohol, illegal drugs, or any recreational marijuana. Better, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with you in that regard. I ordered you on the 7th not to have contact with this person. And then lo and behold, we end up with this case occurring less than 2 weeks later. And tried to give you every benefit, and I understand there are only allegations, but try to give you the darn benefit of the doubt regarding everything, because of at least the way that you conducted yourself in regards, particularly regarding being a flight risk. But you just can't seem to follow the rules.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. Judge, the incident on the 20th, based on conversations I've had with my client as well as the complainant in this case, the complainant approached my client, asked for a phone back he had purchased, but it was in her name, which he returned to her. That was the basis of the contact. That's our understanding of it, Judge. So I wouldn't. But
Right. But the thing is,
I know.
he needs to be turning around and running in another direction. He shouldn't even be having a conversation, shouldn't be doing anything
I agree.
whatsoever. I don't think it's at all unclear as to anything that this court has said to you regarding what you need to do. And you need to just follow the rules. I gave you a break the last time that you came in. Even after that, let you go.
Simpson, can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
In most states, and repeated violations often lead to significant jail time. When someone tries to pass it off as accidental, it rarely works, especially not with a judge like this one. Judge Simpson made the right call by not letting this slide. Let us know your thoughts on this court session. If you found it eye-opening or insightful, consider subscribing for more real court cases and legal breakdowns. Thanks for watching.